Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury tuning in again from San Antonio, Texas. That light is too bright on my face. Just give me a second. Let me just go ahead and share this on my page and several groups. David Johnson, what's going on? Dion, assalamu alaikum, bro. How you doing, bro? How are you, man? What's new with you? Do you all have any questions this evening? For some reason, it's this live stream is not going to YouTube. That's sad. I gotta troubleshoot that later. Okay. All right, folks. How you doing today? This is Yusuf. Once again, your digital marketing, I don't know, coach, trainer, mentor, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. So let me know what kind of question we have today. Got question? Ask me anything about digital marketing. Okay. So one of the questions. Okay, how to perform an effective keyword research. David, it's just me and my paper wallet. Good for you. So the question is how to perform an effective keyword research. Well, the first thing is we have to understand what the heck is keyword, right? So we can go ahead and define that first. So when we look at the keyword, keyword can be any type of 2 words, 3 words, or a phrase, right? A phrase consists of 2, 3, 4, something with a sentence, like a question, and you want to do the research to basically get your website ranking for those relevant search terms that your customers are searching for, right? So as I mentioned, it can be a single word, it can be a combination of several words. So that's what we say. That's what we say when we mean keyword research, right? So the challenge is how to do an effective keyword research, because if you do keyword research and pick the wrong information and start optimizing for it, you can probably get in trouble. Okay? I remember a couple of years ago, student or actually business owner came to one of my workshop, and he was telling me that they had a company to optimize their website. After several months, organically, suddenly they saw some good result in terms of traffic. They were getting a lot of traffic. But the problem is the bounce rate was too high. Like anytime somebody visits the website, they quickly leave the website. So he was trying to figure out like what the heck is going on. If I'm getting all this traffic after 5 or 6 months, but for some reason all the visitors just not staying on the website. The type of business was he had a client that sells golf carts, the golf cars or golf carts. So whoever they hired, when they optimize the search terms on the website, they basically use the guess what, used cars and new cars, which has no relationship to the actual business. Make sense? So that really kind of defeat the purpose, and you don't want to fall into that kind of trap. So that's why when you do the keyword research, you do have to understand how to do the research effectively, right? So first understand what is a keyword. Okay, so it's a phrase, it's a words combination of single or bunch of words. Okay, the second thing is there are types of keyword. So when you do the research, when you do the research, let's say, Charles, what's going on, my man? What's up, bro? Good to see you. The question is about how to do an effective keyword research. So basically, I kind of define what the keyword is, and now I'm going to give you an idea that there are types of keyword. So in order for you to do the keyword research, of course, you need some sort of tools, right? You can use a Google Keyword Planner, which is free. If you have a Gmail account, then you definitely have an access to Google Keyword Planner. But the thing with the Google Keyword Planner, it's mainly built and meant for Google Ads, but you can still utilize it, okay? You can try, yesterday we talked about keywordseverywhere.com, which is a Chrome extension. You can use Uber Suggest. Neil Patel has this tool called Uber Suggest. I think that's it has a free option to do keyword research. You can also, if you want to invest like in some sort of premium high, super powerful keyword tools, you can look into Ahrefs or SEMrush, right? But don't forget, check out the Link Dash Assistant or the SEO Power Suite Audit. That's another good tool, right? So you definitely need the tools to do the research. You can pick one or two and that should be enough. But the first thing you have to understand what keywords is. Because when you do the research, you have keywords that are too general. Like for example, if I use the word men's shoe, right? Men's shoe, just like too general. A lot of websites probably competing for it. So we call this seed keyword or a single type of keyword. What you're looking for three types of keyword. You're looking for we call this long tail. Long tail basically means you have like 3 to 4 words. Like for example, buying men's shoes online. That's more like 3 to 4 words. Plus at the same time, it is considered a transactional keyword because you're asking to buy something online, right? There are some keywords that are informational. Like for example, how to do landscaping. So how to do landscaping doesn't mean you're gonna get a customer to hire you for landscaping. That is somebody looking for an article to see how can they do the landscaping by themselves. Make sense? So when you do the keyword research, let's say using the Google Keyword Planner, you're gonna end up getting like anywhere between 500 to 800 variation of key phrases, right? Then you have to look at the most relevant one. Then you have to filter out, the transactional keyword. You're gonna focus on that. 3 to 4 words, you're gonna focus on that. And now, because of the voice search, like the Google Home and the Alexa, you might wanna also look into the question-based phrases or the question-based keyword, right? So for example, if I go back to do the keyword research, you do have to look for relevant keyword, right? So if I say, buy soccer shoes, look for relevant keywords. You sell soccer shoes, buy soccer shoes online, or online soccer shoes USA, or online soccer shoe store USA. So that's relevant because I'm selling sport gears and I'm also selling like men's soccer shoes. So those key phrases are relevant for the product page and whatnot. What are the example of irrelevant keywords? The irrelevant keyword is something like soccer shoes photos, or let's say, soccer shoe photos. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it. Just a search result for photos of soccer shoes, right? So when you do the search for the keyword, you have to think of two things. You have to think about what is the main keyword. In this case, let's say a men's soccer shoe. That's the main keyword. And you also have to look for the what we call the search intent helper. So what is the intent of somebody searching for this? So you have to look at the intent of the searcher. It's gonna be a little bit challenging, but at least when you put all these keywords, then you can see which one is what. Because when you click on all these keywords, or you can just copy that keyword and put it into Google, then you can see what kind of results shows up. Makes sense? Like what kind of content actually showing up just by making sure that it's relevant or not. Okay, so you do have to look for the intent, the search intent helper. Excuse me, the search intent helper. So basically, if you want to define that could be a word or a phrase that can help you to identify on which direction the search is going with this. Like what is their intent, right? So you can use something like how to, reviews, near me, news, guide, why, like why buy men's shoes online, for example, or men's shoes near me, or men's shoe store near me, or how to buy men's shoes online. Makes sense? So there is an objective there. There is an intent for whoever is typing these keywords. So then you can see what kind of result shows up. Okay. So once you do all that, once you spend time using the tool to analyze and find the relevant key phrases for your products, services, or pages, then your step number 2 after that going to be on how to optimize the pages. So when you optimize the pages, you have to look for title tag, page title, SEO titles, all the same thing. If you have a self-hosted based WordPress website, you can use Rank Math, or you can use let me show you. You can use Yoast. Let me pull this up for you. So the Rank Math and Yoast, they are right now, they're like Yoast been there for quite some time, so Yoast is still number one, but Rank Math just came into the scene and is becoming very popular. So let me go ahead and show you these tools. Let me show you these tools. Okay, let me show this tool. Bear with me, folks. And folks, what y'all doing? Huh? Ask question, please. Just ask anything. Even if I don't know the answer, just ask. Where'd it go? Here we go. All right, so this is called Rank Math. It's a free plugin for your self-hosted base website. Phone, you're bugging me. Shut up. Okay, so this is Rank Math. You can configure this plugin on your self-hosted WordPress-based website. It helps you to set up the title tag, the meta tag description, and it also gives you a score similar to what Yoast does. Okay, so this is still 100% free, but understand this: these plugins does not help you with the search engine. It does not help you with the ranking. What it does, it helps you as a personal SEO assistant that can help you on how to basically optimize the pages. So when you add the plugin and turn it on, that's not gonna do anything. I've seen so many prospect come to me and telling me, oh, I have the Yoast, but nothing is happening. When I look at their account, they did not even optimize the pages. They did not go manually and set up all this information. Okay. So the second one is Yoast. That's all-time favorite. They have a free version, also the paid version. Plus they have a lot of trainings on local SEO, news SEO, WooCommerce, video SEO plugin, and SEO Premium. The cool thing about the video SEO plugin, so if you have a video on a particular page, this plugin basically will help your video to show up within the meta tag description when somebody searches for your business. You know how right here, if you see the image properly right here, so basically let's go ahead and do a search for yoga near me, right? So what the Yoast plugin does, the video plugin, what it does right here, see this meta tag description, you can have the video show up right here, which is pretty cool because now your meta tag stands out. Okay. So having the plugin is not enough. You still have to optimize every single page. Okay. Do you all understand that? Does that make sense? Okay. So once you do the proper keyword research, then you have to look for all the pages. Just understand that every single page, you have to make sure, this is very, very important because a lot of people do make this mistake. My recommendation is that the title tag should not exceed 17 characters, including spaces. If you have a page that talks about men's shoe, then you're gonna say online men's shoe store and your company name. If you have a page that talks about men's socks, okay, you can talk about men's socks, online store, and then your brand name. It has to be relevant for two reasons. One, you are actually telling the search engine what that page is about. So you explain to the bot what is it about, right? And also at the same time, you're telling your target audience what is that page is about. So the keyword that you're putting on this title tag has to be relevant to the main theme on that page, okay? And the title tag still has a factor when it comes to SEO ranking. The meta tag description, even if you don't put it, the search engine automatically will pick it up. So sometimes that's why you will see that some website out there when you do a search for them, why does the meta tag looks like gibberish? Because nobody manually wrote it, right? The meta tag has no ranking factor, but it does have it will definitely help you with the click-through rate. So what does that mean? So when somebody, let's say, looking for online men's shoes online near me or men's shoes store near me, they will see the title tag, the best men's shoes in, let's say, San Antonio. The meta tag description will say, are you looking for the best, deal or high quality shoes and blah, blah, blah. Click the link above. So that's when the target audience reads it, it's like as if you are talking to them. And that helps with the increase of the click of the website. Make sense? Let's see. Eric, what's going on? How do you build funnels? You just grab a shuffle, go somewhere outside by the dirt, and you just, shuffle. That's how you make the funnel. Sorry about that. But Eric, when it comes to funnel, what do you mean? Because the term funnel means a lot of things. Sale funnel. I don't know why they don't call it sale bucket, right? So the idea of the funnel, if you have a landing page or the way you built your website, there's a call to action. When your customer click on that call to action and it gives them a form or collect the name and email addresses, then it goes into the list, right? Once you grab them in the list, you send them an email. Then email basically, will give them the offer or will follow up with them. Then after that, you can probably have different other offers. Makes sense? So that's the whole idea of the so-called funnel. So somebody comes to the website, you give them a free offer, and if they want something more, you keep adding them more stuff until they go all the way down to buy something high value. So that's the whole simple concept when it comes to the funnel. To do that, of course, you need a domain, you need a website, you need a landing page, you need email marketing service like MailChimp, Aweber, MailerLite, and whatnot to set it up and set up a email marketing campaign. And it depends on the type of service, like what are you exactly selling, right? If it's for a developer, let's say for Charles, for example, his funnel will be like, let's say, if you want to get the customizable website that can convert into your name and email and your website, for example, if his customer wants to redesign the website, are you looking to redesign the website to convert your target visitor into customers into your name and email and website, right? So Charles is going to collect those information, then he's going to analyze it, and then he will send the people that opted in some sort of a white paper or custom analysis of what's happening to the website and how it can be fixed. And from there, until he can close the deal. So simply, that's in a simple format. Other so-called consultant marketers, when they sell stuff online like ebooks and videos and they sell high product ticket, I don't deal with that kind of stuff, okay? I'm basically focused on real business that need customer to convert, right? But it's very possible with that. For example, online courses. If you if you do tutorial on math, technology, web development, digital marketing, or tax and accounting, you can have the target audience opt in. Then you can sell them, let's say, a $20, let's say 5-hour course. And if they want the advanced course, then you can upsell them with more, right? So let's say 95% going to opt in, only probably 10% going to reply. Then out of 10%, maybe like 5% going to read everything, and maybe 2% going to actually go with the next package, and so forth. So that's the whole idea in a simple format, Eric. That's the whole idea about the funnel. So you definitely need a website, a good landing page, an email marketing service, a good copy, and what are you going to offer, right? Like what are you going to offer for this target audience or customers? Does that make sense? Wa alaikum assalam, Fatima. What's going on? How are you? Okay. So those are the questions on the funnel. Those are the questions on how to do keyword research. But make sure that you take into consideration the usability of the website. It has to be fast. Also look into, is the website built for people with disability? Hey Rob, what's going on? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it, my man. Waleed, what's going on? Assalamu alaikum, bro. How are you? Adam, thanks for sharing this. I highly always appreciate it, man. You're like one of my biggest fan, just like Charles. Okay, so those are two questions about the keyword research and of course the the sale funnel, right? So that's the whole idea behind sale funnel. The idea behind sale funnel is that you're basically attracting your target audience, so they opt in, and from there you're gonna have to nurture them. You're gonna have to give them more values until they basically close for bigger deals. Okay, so that's the whole concept behind it. I'm good. Going to the kitchen to prepare breakfast. You mean futur? Excellent. Okay. Okay. So how? Let's see. Where do you distribute the keywords? Well, basically, where do you distribute? As I mentioned in the beginning, you distribute the keyword like on the title tag, right? On the meta tag. Okay. On the content of your pages itself. Makes sense. If you also do like a link building, if you're link building from one page to another page internally from your website, or from one blog to another, you can also use that type of keyword. Let's say Charles is going to talk about different services, web design. When I click on the web design on his blog, it will take me back to his blog service page, for example, right? Then you can also use the title tag on the headers of your paragraph or the blog post. Makes sense? Don't forget, if you are going to describe images for alternative text for people who are blind, you can describe what the image is about, and after that you can drop the keyword. Okay. Anytime you upload the video files or audio files, I don't recommend uploading them directly to the website. I prefer that if you can upload the video to YouTube or Vimeo or Amazon CS3 or any other third-party video hosting site. Same thing with the audio. You can upload it to SoundCloud or iTunes and just embed that on the website. Okay, so basically that's how you distribute. But try to also understand that not everything, when people hear the word SEO, they think everything is a keyword. Not everything is a keyword. Right? Not everything is a keyword. There's so many other factors like, usability, speed of the website, how it's built. Is it built for people with disability? Is it ADA compliant? There's so many other factors to basically help your sites stand out, right? And when you market your business and promote your business on the internet or through digital marketing, SEO is not the only option. So the SEO and the social media organic marketing is like for the long run. It's like for the long-term investment. So because it's like an organic seed, it's going to take some time to build. And if you do want to get customer quickly, then you definitely have to invest also in online ads and media buyers. Or you can also do content advertising. Have you all heard of content advertising? So you have, let's say, a blog post. You have a blog post and you want to get more traffic to that particular blog. There's two very well-known company. Okay, we use some of these services and. So let me show you these two companies right here. Let me show you. I'm like, what is this? Excuse me. So, let's see, Taboola. So you have Outbrain. Okay, so basically, if you have a blog content or a blog post that's doing very well, but you want your blog to show up on a major news site like the Newsweek or New York Times or Washington Post. So this is one company. It's called Outbrain. The other one is called Taboola. Okay, not the food Taboola. Okay, Taboola is actually much better. They have a very good customer support. So you're basically going to have your content show up in these places: Bloomberg, USA Today, CBS News, NBC, Fox News, The Weather Channel. So that's why these big news organizations, sometimes you'll see that different articles on the bottom. You think like it's from the NBC itself, but actually it's an ad. So now you can have relevant content on a relevant page within these big news organization, where more audience can find your blog, and basically when they click on it, it will take them back to your website. So that's called content advertising. Okay, it's called what? Content advertising. So I hope you all can remember that. Okay, any more questions on digital marketing? Any challenges? Any issues and pain? So much pain. Let's see, do we have any questions? Mahbub Chowdhury, what's going on, my man? Assalamu alaikum, bro. How are you? How is Ramadan going, man? How is Ramadan going? Subhanallah, we got a few days left. Okay. So what does eat mean in SEO? What does eat mean? It means just eat, right? So eat, this is the concept was introduced several years ago. It's called EAT, which stands for expertise, authority, and trust. So basically, when Google look at your website, if they are going to take this concept of expertise, authority, and trust, what they're looking for is like the real name. Glory, assalamu alaikum sister, how are you? Good to see you. So expertise, authority, and test. So they basically look for the real name, company's real name, contact information on your about page. They will look into if there are any type of excessive, unnatural internal links on the sidebar or the footer, because that's actually not good. They will look for if there are too many ads on the side, that's actually not good. They will look for source for your content, and just to make sure that you are the real person, you're the real company, and nothing is fake, not a pin name, anything like that. So that is the concept of expertise and authority and trust. So you can also have, I think Charles the other day asked me what's the purpose of having legal disclaimer, privacy policy, and terms of service pages on the footer. That's part of the trust, because you're trying to tell your audience who visit the website, that some of the information can be, saved on the browser, like, through the browser cookies and whatnot. So that builds credibility. And all the information, like your physical address of the business, that you as the owner of the company, is all real, they're not fake. So this is how sometimes you can see who are the fake so-called gurus out there. When you do some homework and research on the website, you'll see that some of them don't even have their actual name, they probably pen name, and they probably don't even have a physical address for their business, for example, right? So you have to look at this stuff. So that's what that's what typically this concept came about, so-called EAT, right? But in general, when it comes to like the SEO strategy, right? The way that Google look for on your website, they look for how can you create an authority on your website. That means, do you have enough backlinks? Do you have any kind of relevant backlinks to your website, right? Do you have any type of social media followers for your brand, for your business and whatnot, right? Then they look for how relevant is your website. Are the content relevant to what you produce, what you provide, what you offer? Is it very valuable? Do you have all the on-page SEO properly set up? Do you have the Google Analytics and the Search Console configured and adjusted, right? Are the content super highly valuable? Do you have a backlink? Do you have like a reputable resources, right? And how does the site really work in terms of like a user experience? Like, is it very easy to navigate? Is it very easy to find exactly what they need in terms of pages and navigation? So these are some of the stuff that really Google looks for when it comes particularly to your website. Okay. All right, so any more questions? Charles, Fatima, Eric, Brad, David, y'all have any more questions? Feel free to ask. It is 6:24 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if y'all have any more questions here. No questions? Let's see. Let me share with you some of the content here on the subject of ranking factors, because those things keep changing, and especially nowadays. I don't know if you guys got into the voice search, which is totally different beast altogether. Okay, when it comes to the voice search, that's technology, and the search engine algorithm on that one is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So what I would suggest, if you want to learn more, David, how do you do screenshot? For the screenshot, you can use Awesome Screenshot Chrome extension, or you can use Screencastify to video record your browser. So let me show you what is an Awesome Screenshot. I mean, you can do it from your laptop. I mean, I think there's a way from your keyboard. I just forgot between Mac and PC. Just put like a command and C and whatever. You can do it from there. Christina, what's going on? What are some free ways to start startup can do to try to build SEO for their website? Let's see, what are some free ways a startup can do to try to build an SEO for their website? Well, for any startup, I mean, the thing is, first you have to understand what is the search engine, right, Christina? At least the basic. I will get back to your question, Christina. Let me show David about the screen capture. You can do screen capture, bro, from your laptop. I just don't remember what are the call to action for that. Okay, so let me share with you these two tools, and Christina, I'll get back to you on that question. That's an excellent question. So let me share screen real quick. So David, my man, for the screen, this is called Awesome Screenshot. You can add this to your Chrome browser. So whenever you go to any website, you can take a screenshot and put a note and whatnot and send it to your developer, right? I like Screencastify. They have a paid version and a free version. The free version, up to like 5 minutes, you can basically record with your voice how you're navigating how you're testing. This is very good for developers. If you have a web developer and you want to show them the changes that they need to make, or you have a graphic designer and you want to tell them exactly what they can do, you can use this Chrome extension. It's free, and that can also help you, what do you call it, to basically record and show them exactly how it's done. Okay. All right. So, Christina, your question, your question about, for a startup, how can they do, what she said, how can they do SEO, right? So the thing is, when it comes to the search engine, there are two types of tasks. You have the on-page and you have the off-page. The off-page SEO takes a lot of time and effort. Okay, it takes a lot of time and effort on a monthly basis, just like the social media. So for beginners, just to start very, very, very basic, right? Just the very basic. I would first do the keyword research, you know, for the startup company to basically find out what kind of terminologies the audience are looking for something similar to the product and services. So that's the first thing is what? The keyword research. The second thing is their website. If it's built with like a Wix, Weebly, Squarespace, and these template-based managed services, you can do the SEO, but they're very limited in terms of just like title and meta tag. There are other things you cannot do. I recommend that if you build the website, you should build it, buy the domain from domain provider and get a hosting services like with SiteGround or WP Engine or Liquid Motion or whatnot. But SiteGround is the most affordable for the first year. You can pay like $47 for the whole year for one domain, and after that it's like $120, right? So you get the domain, you do the keyword research, you install WordPress, and you build the site. So when you build the website, the question is, how many pages do you need? Why do you need those pages? What is the objective of the website? When the visitor comes into the website, what do you want the visitor to do? This is very, very important. So forget the SEO for a second, right? I'm building a website because I want the audience to come in and I want them to do something. We call this, buyer's journey. So have all that planned, right? Once you decide how many pages do you need and why do you need them, then when you have the keyword research already done for your niche, then you can optimize every single page. You can add the page title and meta tag, and you can use free tools like SEO Quake. Okay, so here you go, SEO Quake. It's a Chrome extension. You can use SEO Quake to basically go through the sites and give you analysis what's missing in terms of like on page and backlinks and whatnot. So they can use this free tool. Okay, so let me show you. So this is SEO Quake. You can basically plug this Chrome extension and you can go every single page. Then it will tell you what is the title tag, the meta tag, the schema, the text HTML ratio, the alternative text, the headers. So you can use this free tool to basically optimize every single page. Another tool that can run some sort of analysis is called WooRank. So you can use WooRank into the website here, then we'll give you a full explanation what's missing on the homepage and how you can optimize it. Okay, I have to go have a GoDaddy as a hosting WordPress. That's fine if you have a domain from GoDaddy and you're paying hosting to GoDaddy and building a WordPress on GoDaddy, that's okay. All right. So once you analyze and make sure everything is optimized, you also have to make sure that you have Google Search Console configured. Okay, so Google Search Console configured. This is very, very important. And you also have to make sure that the Google Analytics also configured. Okay, so both of these free tools, the Search Console and the Analytics. So the first thing what you do, Christina, the keyword research. When you build a website, have a clear understanding what is the purpose behind it, how many pages do you need it. You need to optimize it. You have to have a primary call to action. Maybe you can use a lead capture like using MailChimp and whatnot. Depends on the business, right? Once you optimize all the pages, make sure that you configure the Google Analytics and the Search Console. Then you can submit your website to Google Search Console for re-indexing. So basically, Google's going to come and re-index all the pages. Okay. Then after that, typically when we do search engine for our clients, we usually spend like anywhere between 27 to 55 hours per month. right? For a startup that don't know a lot of whole technique and task and off-page SEO, the least thing they can do is provide amazing valuable content on a weekly basis and share them on the social media channels, and also be active on the social media channels. That is the least thing they can do for let's say startup, right? And eventually when they improve, they can start learning other stuff, because in the off-page SEO there's so many ways to get backlinks and ranking and traffic and exposure and whatnot. So at least those are the basic thing that you can do. Okay, Christina, so let me know if I was able to answer your question. Can you put them in the comments so I can go back and look it up? Which one? These links? Okay, one second. Let's put it here. And that was the analytics, webmaster. What else? We'll talk about webmaster. What else you need? Let's see. Okay, what else do you need? WooRank, right? SEO Quake. This one here, SEO Quake, and also WooRank. WooRank also has a Chrome extension. WooRank also has a Chrome extension. They're not free. The first time you use, I think the first time you use it, they'll force you to use it for 7 days and whatnot. But I know there's an extension, Chrome extension for WooRank. Check with that. Okay. One of my awesome friend, Abdul Mukti, is working on a very niche-based SEO plugin. I'm very excited to see how that's going to turn out. What else did I mention besides the WooRank, SEO Quake, Webmaster, and Chrome? I'm sorry, the SEO Quake. And for the keyword tool, did I mention anything else? Let me know if I missed anything. How can we backlink our website? Can build work its way to go to Google first page? Well, the thing is, when it comes to first of all, let me share with you some good material here from Moz. So here basically Moz will explain to you what influences ranking. Okay, there's a full detail about what influences ranking. There's a lot of work involved, so this is a good content from Moz. And also search metrics, you can download the copy right here, the ranking factors, and also my favorite, SEMrush. So there's so many elements to make your website to be on the first page of Google. But here's the thing though, do not focus heavily on the ranking. Why? Because you can rank for an irrelevant keyword that doesn't bring any sale, anything like that. And what you need to focus is that, of course, ranking is important, but you gotta focus on conversion. You have gotta focus on having the customer, the targeted customer, come to my website and they convert, whether they call, book an appointment, get into the list. Those are the most important thing. Then the ranking will happen automatically. Makes sense? But don't focus too much just on the ranking, because that's a big mistake. So let me share these links here. Very good information. And typically, to do things organically, it takes anywhere between 6 months to 1 year. You're not gonna rank quickly on Google. And also depends on the type of business. If you want to rank locally for like a yoga shop, in most cases within 6 to 9 months you'll be there. But if you tend to dominate nationally, you're looking at like at least 1 or 2 years. Okay, and it depends on how heavy, aggressive your SEO campaigns are. Okay, so that's the thing. There's an awesome article by Ahrefs, one of my favorite tools. So they did an awesome case study right here. And basically I send this to all of my new prospects, because people still don't understand that SEO takes time. And there's no guarantee it can take 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, there's no time, right? But it's like a long-term investment. This is an amazing article. It's old, but still relevant. They updated like last month, okay? So this one will explain to you what kind of content, what kind of site was on the first page of Google based on what they did. So this is a very good information to go over it and read it, okay? So let me know if you have any more questions. Yeah, because the search engine is really a beast. You have to look at it from the long-term perspective, like what's going to happen in the future. Because eventually, imagine if you are getting traffic for several key phrases within your website, within your content, and you end up getting like 100 to 200 to 300 hits a day organically. Imagine the sale and the customer that you're gonna get, right? So when you implement search engine optimization or organic social media marketing, it's gonna take some time. That's something every business needs to understand. If they want something fast and quick, then they need to invest in like Bing advertising, Google ads, or any of the social media ads, okay? But for your original question for the startup, at least the thing that they need to do, keyword research, build the website strategically, and why they're gonna have those pages, what is the main call to action, focus on the user experience, ADA compliancy for people with disability, then start optimizing the pages, make sure you have the Search Console and the analytics configured. Then the minimum thing you can do is post on amazing, valuable material for your target audience on a weekly basis, and also while you are active on social media on a daily basis, also share those blog. And don't forget to collect them and emails if you want to consistently offer that super valuable material, you know what I mean? Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know if you have any more question. It is 6:38 p.m. Central Time. Jack, Mishra, thank you for tuning in. Saban, Yusuf, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you all enjoyed watching this live streaming, do me a favor, tag some of your cool colleagues and awesome people, okay? Invite them and tag them if they don't mind. Yes, I do. Thank you. I'm a nurse, so I have an idea how to start SEO, and everyone wants to sell you so many products, and it's mind-boggling. Yes, absolutely. And not just that, unfortunately, with the situation right now, scammers also increase, right? Scammers increase, and also hacking. A lot of hackers like, oh wow, we have all these people active online, let's start hacking them, right? So I recommend watching this YouTube channel. I talked about it yesterday. CoffeeZilla. This guy basically exposes all these so-called scammers. You have to be very careful. Like when people sell you any services, if they don't spend time to know who you are and don't ask you the right question, then you know they're just trying to sell, right? A good company, like I run a digital marketing agency called onlinebusiness.org, right? Onlinebusinessowners.org. There are other amazing mentors and other agencies that when they follow the right way is to get to know the client, get to know the market, ask the right question. When I say ask the right question, the questions like, for example, how many leads are you getting? How many leads do you want? What's the price? What's the lowest price for your customer in terms of service, and what's the highest price? And what are you struggling with? What is your possibly marketing budget? And then figure out based on the client's needs. Some customers, they don't care selling the service right away. They just want to build a brand over 1 or 2 or 3 years. So you can say, okay, the SEO is an option. Some customers, they just want customers quickly within a month. Then the online ad is right there. Some want both, right? So you have to see exactly. Let's say you are a prospect. If I come to you, I'm going to ask you all this question to understand exactly what do you need, and based on that, we make a custom strategy and plan. Then we sell it to you, rather than just saying that, hey, get the SEO, get the online ads, get this stuff. There is no such thing as one size fit all kind of thing, right? If good company cares about you, they will ask you the right question to understand what you need. And some of my clients, some prospect, actually don't hire them because they're not qualified, or maybe they cannot afford me. So what I do refer them somewhere else. Okay, so let me know if you have any other concern, any other question. Bradley, what's going on, my man? So Christina, you see a nurse. Let me know what kind of project you're working on. I mean, I can definitely give you some ideas even here, so other startup can also get some feedback. The stuff that I'm going to give it to you, mostly practical. That means you have to do the actual work. These are not theories, okay? So if you need some help, I have this specific project. Put it on the comment section, and all of us can, give you some feedback. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Thank you for liking the Facebook Live or the live streaming show. Okay, I'm also on Periscope and YouTube, unfortunately. Still not grabbing the signal. Medical supply, okay, great. So Christina, you are into medical supply. Great, so that's your niche. My first question will be, who is your target audience? Let's go ahead and help. Let me help you right here, right now. Who is your target audience for your medical supply? Targeting professional entities. Okay, can you elaborate? What do you mean by professional entities? Are you talking about doctors, clinics, hospitals? Let me know if you're talking about, because when you explain things, try to explain it to a 10 years old. That's the language I speak. Okay, that's the language that I tell my client. If you understand something and you can explain it to a 10-year-old, then you know what you're talking about, right? Hospital, clinics, nursing homes, great. So these are your target audience, right? hospital, clinics, nursing homes. That means when they go online organically, these are managers of these hospitals or the secretaries or the decision makers of the company that wants this, right? So the first thing you have to do is medical supply. You go to Google and type medical supply. Let me show you what comes up. And the other thing you have to understand the way Google works. Hey Dia, how you doing? Are you live for a target? Are you live for target audience like in Google AdWords? I did learn. Yes, Google AdWords is amazing. You can use Google AdWords to target those audience or Bing even. Sorry, I've been doing this for like 22 years. Hey, you don't have to apologize. It's all good. We're here to help, right? Divya said, do I speak very well? Do I speak very well? Okay, so let me show this real quick because the way Google works, based on the GPS, based on the location, Google will show the result based on where you are. So let's say you are the customer for somebody selling medical supply. Okay, medical supply. Come on, here we go. So basically I typed, medical supply or medical supply near me. So you can see these are ads. Okay, basically this is part of the Google Shopping feature right here. So you can look into Google Shopping and run ad through Google Shopping. Div is like, you speak very well. I don't know about that. Okay. So Christina, you can see these are Google ads. Best first aid supplies online, 300,000 items up to 88% off. So these are ads. So that means you can utilize advertising. If your competitor are using it, you can do the same. Okay. The second thing, this thing here, this is the Google My Business page, which also means if you have an office for your medical supply, you need to set up a Google My Business page for your business. And not just that, you can go to Moz.com local. When you go to Moz.com local, click this option right here and enter your business information right here, company name, the street number, and the zip code. And what's going to happen, Moz.com /local will basically show you if you are listed on Google My Business page, Google Maps, Facebook, Bing, Foursquare, Hot Frog, US Info, Show Me Local, or Navi. Okay, so you need to take care of that first. Claim all of it 100%. Okay, 100%. So that's what you do because these are all local business pages and these are your competitor, which means, let me ask you my second question. Who are your top 5 competitors? Yes, Google My Business page is like claiming local listing. The API is enabled on my website. Is that what you're talking about? No, I wasn't talking about that. I'm sorry. Basically, I just went to Google and tapped the keyword. You see, I have a variation: medical supply store in San Antonio, Texas, medical supply near me. These are all the possible keywords that your target audience were searching. This thing is called the Google Shopping. Claim your listing, yes, if it's right. Yes, claim your listing. So these are the ads, Christina, Google ads. And these are Google My Business page. So Google My Business page. So this is called Google My Business page. Since Google is almost like 90% dominate the market, so why not be on the Google My Business page? Yeah. So, but if you use Moz can get you top 10 local listing like Yelp and other places. So the first thing, Christina, you have to do, beside claiming the Google My Business page, you have to make sure that all these accounts are 100% completed, 100%, so you can get a better score. So when you put your company name here with the street number and zip code, it will tell you what's the percentage of your local listing visibility. Okay, add keywords so you can be searched on Google and top ranking, absolutely. Because Divya right here, she's also a digital marketer, right? You do also digital marketing? Because I've seen you do provide a lot of content. I believe you provide a lot of good content. Okay, cool. Local listing, I can do that. Yes. So first thing, Christina, take care of that. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything except your time. But you have to be very careful. So when you type the name of the address, like here, Texas Home Medical, make sure that capital T, capital H, capital M, across all the local listing. So all the information is supposed to be exactly the same or similar. Like, description about your business, hours of operations, types of payments, your social media channels, other information. Make sense? So that's the first thing. If you want to invest in ad, your competitor running the ad. You can also look into ad through Google Shopping. then the local listing. So at least take care of this first, right? Right here you can see, oh, my other question was, who are your top 5 competitor? Why? Because you have to analyze them. You have to analyze their on-page SEO, you have to analyze their ranking, their backlinks, what kind of content they're putting out there. So for that, you have to use the SEO tool, because if your competitors are coming up organic, like this one right here, let's see, Champs Medical, USA Medical Surgical, San Antonio Medical Equipment. So these are all your local competitors. So if they're showing up for this keyword, what made them to show up? So you have to analyze it and hopefully eventually utilize some of the tools to replicate it for your own website. Make sense? So the first thing first, grab all the listing through moz.com/local and fill them up 100%. Yes, on-page and off-page SEO. Then the second thing is you can look into that your competitor is running ads, so you might want to invest in that. But if you can't invest in that right now, give me the top 5 competitor. A lot of the places I'm targeting use big name companies. Yeah, but the keyword of your target audience is not that. Your audience type medical supply store. That means this keyword, it is been put somehow in their description or on their websites. Make sense? Because having a brand name is already established. But if people don't know your brand name, they're searching the intent. Remember when I talked in the beginning about the keywords? Just because I'm a specific company, that doesn't mean people know who I am. So they search for, digital marketing coach, digital marketing instructor, digital marketing teacher, right? So you have to do that keyword research. You need to go to Google Keyword Planner or use any of the keyword tools to find out what are the top key phrases that your ideal customers searching for in San Antonio for medical supply. Because you have to understand what your audience are asking for. Then you can optimize the pages for that. Now, when it comes to content, I highly recommend this tool called Answer the Public. This one will basically help you and show you what your target audience are asking online. So let's say medical supply, right? Medical supply. So this one will basically show me the most popular question that your target audience are asking on Google. Not too many. So like how, which, will, where. What is the nearest medical supply store? So there could be a blog for that. Where is medical supply depot? That could be a brand name. Where are medical supply stores near me? So you can use this question to do like a social media post, or you can use it to write a content based on the question that your customer are already asking for. When you click on this question, it will take you back to Google. Okay, it will take you back to Google. Then we'll show you what kind of results are coming up. So let's say right here, let's see. What are medical? Okay, here we go. Where are medical supply near me? So that's a very popular question, and there you go. The page, the Google page is showing up. The organic, there's Yelp. That means you have to be in Yelp, right? And these are other Angie's list. And here we go. This guy again, Champs Medical, still keep coming up. He's dominating the search. Medical equipment in San Antonio, they're dominating. Google Campaign is expensive, so Google Campaign is expensive. So YouTube is making sense. You can do it on your own. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, Christina, first thing first, do the listing. Then, again, are you still typing? Who is your top 5 competitor? Who is your top 5 competitor? So you can analyze them, and then we can work on the on-page SEO for your website. So if you have a website, share that website with me, and I can analyze it. And I can tell you exactly which area you can work on. Especially you said that you have a WordPress website, right? So feel free to share your website. Don't feel shy. Okay? Nobody's gonna make fun of it. Yeah, right. But go ahead and share that anyway, so I can give you some feedback and help you optimize the website as well. But at least you got the idea right now what's happening. Yes, location targeting as well. There's more keywords on the bottom. Okay, Christina, does that make sense? Does that make sense, Christina? Do you have any more question? Christina, any more question? It is 6:52 p.m. Central Time. But right now you can see how your audience are searching, what they're looking for, and who's coming up. So you gotta dominate that as well. Okay, let's see. Charles Ramirez, I used to be very shy. Charles, hey, Div is right here. She's probably gonna yell at you right now. My website is horrible. I'm embarrassed. There you go. Charles, you're a troll, man. So Christina, let me know who is your competitor and what is your website, so we can go ahead and analyze it. Yeah, we're here to help, so no worries. You can get in touch, got upset with me as well. Yes. Divya, she also does digital marketing. You can also ask her any question. Thamir, thank you for liking the live streaming. I appreciate it, my man. I told you she's gonna yell at you, Charles. Don't be shy. We're like family. Okay, so Christina, are you still there? Like, I'm embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed? If you have the website already, I'm sure people are looking at it, right? Just for the sake of knowledge, don't feel bad. A lot of website there sucks anyway. I'm not helping. She's like, I'm looking. What's the name? What's the name of your company, Christina? Let me take a look. What's the name of your company, Christina? She's like, I'm not gonna put here. People are gonna check it. Just give me the name, not even the whole domain. So I'm just gonna search it. Charles gonna probably go look at it too. Look at that. Or you can, Christina, you can send it to me in my DM if you want. You can DM me the. All right, there you go. Okay, that's what it's called. Okay, here we go. I found it. She said it's ugly. Why said it's ugly? Bowman Supply, home, about us, services, contact us, personal protective equipment, to cart, okay? A lot of personal stuff because of what's happening right now. Blog post. And you said you built this on WordPress? Okay. About us. Did you build it by yourself? Christina, did you build it by yourself? At least you have a site, so that's not bad at all. Some people don't. Awesome. For that, congratulations. Some people don't even build a site. So this is the first step. Okay? This is the first step. Did you configure the Google Analytics and the Google Search Console? If not, then that's going to be your second step. To configure the Google Analytics and the Google Search Console, go ahead and use Rank Math for SEO or Yoast. And for Google Analytics, you can use a Monster Insight. Okay, you can use Monster Insight for Google Analytics. Here we go. Monster Insight, it's a free plugin. They come with the paid version as well. So go ahead and configure this on your website. And don't forget to configure Yoast or Rank Math if you don't have it. Make sure you take care of those. Okay, I think at least that's a step that you wanna move forward with. Okay. When it comes to your website, I see that your favicon has a different logo, but I don't see that logo on the front. I'm not sure why there's a search box. Is this like almost like an e-commerce? Let's see. The front looks like an e-commerce store, but there is no content. There's no message telling the people that want to buy the supply from you, like who are you, what do you do, and how they can buy it. I see one blog post. Categories needs to be. You can remove the categories. I mean, you don't even need the calendar. You don't need the categories. The pages, yeah. If you have an office, you can put a map on the bottom, right? You can put a map. But you also need to add, because you're selling it online, you need to add legal disclaimer, terms of service, and privacy policy. You can combine all those in one page. If you want, tomorrow I can analyze your website and give you more feedback. Yusuf, can you talk about answering the client objection? Yeah, I just tell them to go fly a kite. That's all I have to do. You know, Chris Dew, if you check Chris Dew, he had a good trading on how to take care of the client objection. Me, when I follow up with the lead, if they don't respond within like, 2 or 3 times maximum, I basically move on. I don't even, try to convince, because most of the clients that I get, the majority of them already know what they want, right? There are some who doesn't through refer or through the ads, then for them I have to explain. I have a problem building content. So use the answer the public to build the content, okay? Use the answer the public to build the content. Use tweakyourbiz.com/title-generator, and also use the code schedule headline analyzer to come up with the content, right? So Charles, Yusuf, can you talk about answering the client's objection? Well, it depends what kind of objection is it. You don't have to convince. I mean, the thing is, Charles, you have to start with education. You ask the right question, you educate them, and if they're becoming super objective or objecting so many things that you're offering, then move on, man. But if you go to Chris Dew, you basically share that, right? If you go to his YouTube channel, he has so many training. He even has like a role play. He basically does it with his team. And that's more helpful. So I advise you to basically check that. Okay, let me show everybody what I'm talking about. Chris Dew, my man, from the future. Christina, give me a second. I'm going to pull some of the links for you to save for content. All right, let's see. I love this dude is amazing. Chris Dew, the founder of The Futur, is a very well known in the design industry expert. Christian, no, you go. Let's see. So he has tons of videos. He talks about how to close the deal, how to do objection, how to do branding. He also interviews a lot of awesome people in the industry, like pricing, design, and work creativity, for example. My first design logo portfolio. How to get 10,000 Instagram followers. Should you go to design school? A lot of interesting titles. I mean, I love his content. So for a lot of freelancers who are just starting, I usually send them to this channel. His content is amazing. I love his, there's one of the content he does like a role play, like if a client asks you this question, how do you reply? Through different scenarios, right? So Charles, I highly recommend that you definitely need to check this. Okay, you probably already know this guy. Somehow, I don't know, how did you share that video of me having a reaction on the website that looks kind of crappy? Did you like put it on your Instagram? Did he like it? How did that happen? You need to explain that to me, okay? So this is a very good resource. This is the owner, Chris Dew. He's amazing. I'm telling you, he's Yusufied approved. I mean, he gives so much content, it's beyond belief. Like, I mean, if you're a freelancer or just want to start a business, especially in the design and graphic design and in that niche, he's really, really good. But even other businesses can get an idea in terms of how to, do a proposal, how to close. Super amazing. I highly recommend that you all need to check him out. Christian, when it comes to content, I mean, there's so many ways for you to get the content by following different Facebook group, LinkedIn groups, attending different live streaming shows within your niche, and see what kind of question people are asking, and use those questions to write a content for your website, right? You can also use Quora. Quora is a place, it's like a Google, it's like a Yahoo answer. So people ask tons of questions in Quora. So go there, log in, and see what kind of question people ask when it comes to like medical supply. Then use the question as a blog post, right? The other thing is that Answer the Public. This is the tool. I mean, I highly recommend that you use it. It's not free. The first time you use, make sure you collect all the keywords or the question-based keyword. You can download it in an Excel file. Then you have to wait 24 hours and try it again. Tweakyourbiz.com/title-generator. This one, basically what it does, it gives you an idea in terms of the interesting, enticing subject line, like titles for your blog. You see that? Apply these 5 secret techniques to improve medical supply. Something, if it's relevant to what you want to write, you can come up with an interesting title, okay? So the title, because the title is what catches the attention of your readers. And also images. You need to make sure that when you write a blog post, you have a good image that reflects the content. You can buy images through 123rf.com or freepike.com, P-I-K, or you can just get free royalty-free images. I have a list link right here. If you go to my personal profile, go to notes, I basically put here all the list of free stock photo links. Some of them I haven't updated yet, so you might want to check all these. These are all free images. If you want to do it for your blog, you can check it out. Okay. Then headline analyzer. So if your headline or the title of the blog post is interesting, this tool will show you how interesting it is and what kind of levels you need to change in order to make it more emotional or enticing to basically grab the attention of your audience, right? So the most important thing is to come up with the content that your audience is already asking for. They're asking questions, they have some sort of challenges, pain points, whatever, and you're providing those information that they need to know, right? So that's how you write the content, okay? So anywho, hopefully I was able to answer your question, and Charles, let me know if I was able to answer your question as well. Do we have any more questions, everybody? Do we have any more questions? It is 7:04 p.m. Central Time, right here in San Antonio, Texas. So, Christina, let me know if you want me to check your website tomorrow, give some feedback, because there are a lot of work needs to be done, but don't worry, don't get overwhelmed. First thing first, get the local listing. Let me know who are your top 5 competitors so you can look at and see how they built it. Then we can talk about how to optimize some things you can do. I'm gonna give you some steps that hopefully you should be able to do it, because it does not require tons of coding, anything like that, okay? And also look into ads. As you saw, your competitors is investing good money on Google Ads. That means, it's working for them, okay? All right. So, any more questions, everybody? Do y'all have any more questions? Do y'all have any more questions? Mustafa Iqbal, what's going on? Assalamu alaikum, bro. Good to see you, man. Thank you for liking my live streaming video. Appreciate it, brother. Okay, it is 7:05. I'm gonna wait one more minute. This was great. I'm gonna follow you then. Thank you so much. Please do. Please do. And don't forget, if you know anybody, any businesses that are struggling, that need some help, invite them, let them know, have them ask questions, and I'll be more than happy to provide the answers, practical answers, resources. And sometimes there are some questions that I don't know the answer to it. I'll let you know I don't know the answer, but I'll definitely research it or ask my team to look into some of these questions. Okay? All right, we got one more minute, and after that, let's see. All right, folks, thank you so much for being with me here this evening, and I'll definitely come back tomorrow at 6 p.m. So don't forget, keep sending me those questions, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.